No one is safe. YouTube is adding more
Yes, super interesting.
ads. They have updated their terms of service, and it includes a new section that gives it the right to monetize videos from channels that are not yet big enough to be part of the partner program.
Can I
But,
throw a hot take in here before we
sure,
go? I have always been astonished that this wasn't a thing.
I know, right? Like,
And like I am certain people are going to be super pissed about this, but the entire time YouTube has existed,
yep.
I have been stunned that this isn't how it has worked. Um,
Why wouldn't
so
they want to run ads on videos that they don't have to share the revenue on? It makes
for
perfect
sure,
sense to me. Run all the best ads on those ones.
and you would start giving people like a profit share, sort of, that started really blowing up on the platform because you want them to stay. Like it all makes sense. It's been very confusing as to why they don't do this. So like, yeah, it sucks. I don't want ads on everything on YouTube necessarily either, but like super not surprised.
Well, no, they're not. That's not what they're doing. They're not giving the person any of the money.
Oh no, but they're running ads. Sorry, did I phrase that incorrectly?
Oh,
But they're running ads on
yeah.
essentially,
And then they're just,
on, well, not necessarily everything, but definitely things that would fall under ad-friendly guidelines.
yeah. So they basically, instead of taking, I forget if it's 70/30 or 60/40, instead of taking just part of the revenue, YouTube gets to take all of it. So to become eligible for the partner program, you need 4,000 public watch hours in the last 12 months and over 1,000 subscribers. So this would be just like any like random video. I would be surprised if this actually has a meaningful impact on how much ad inventory is available for like full-time YouTubers. But I also worry when something like this comes into place where there's a clear conflict of interest. What would prevent YouTube from preferring to self-deal rather than preferring to share with their partners, as we are called, YouTube Partner
I
Program?
definitely hear where you're coming from. I don't think that's necessarily going to happen, and I think that would be pretty trackable. So if it does, and maybe the great machine that runs YouTube that the YouTube developers don't even fully understand, blah blah blah, blah, maybe it will just automatically start doing that because it's like, hey, more money. But I feel like if there was intention behind that, they would get called out very quickly.
I seriously doubt that we would have any. I seriously doubt that we would have any tools that would give us any transparency into this. Like,
fill rates.
yeah, I
The
mean,
measure of fill rates. So like if people could get roughly accurate estimations of fill rates based on like some massive amount of views.
they're all over the place though. So like a bunch of us would have to collude and see if we all dipped at the same time, for example.
Right.
And I'm sure there are groups that do that, but I'm not one of the cool kids, so I'm not in any of those groups.
Something interesting too about to become eligible for YPP or YouTube Partner Program, you need 4,000 public watch hours in the last 12 months and over 1,000 subscribers, like you just mentioned. That line is pretty important. There's a few different YouTubers. I believe one of them was Dream, the Minecraft speedrunning guy. I think he's one of them, but sorry if I'm totally misquoting that, where he had one video that just absolutely exploded, but it was before he was in the partnership program. So it got like millions of views.
Oh, ouch.
But he made like nothing off of that video.
Yeah, that's kind of brutal.
And then had to like get into the partnership program before he could start making money. But by the time that he had done that,
15 minutes of fame over.
Well, I mean, he's a massive YouTuber, but
okay, never mind.
Sure he's doing fine now, but it's like, it's rough. I don't know what the search term would be for me to try to find this, but like it has happened with a non-trivial amount of YouTubers, and it kind of makes sense. You might release a bunch of videos that don't get anywhere near that, and then you release one video that like really blows up and potentially starts your career. If you can capture even 10% of the people that came to that video, you might be able to have a career, right? This has happened quite a number of times.
Totally.
But you might make nothing off of that one massive video that you released, which might be worth a huge amount. Like it's an interesting setup. And again, plays very it benefits YouTube a lot.
Yeah, definitely.